Yo, have you heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast. Today we have a very special episode for y'all. We are going to be talking about some personal growth, some mindset. That's going to be the topic today. Making his return back to the L7C podcast, Junior Arrey. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. And Junior brought a guest with him. Typically, he brings his business partner, Jake. We don't got Jake today. We have someone new. We have Mr. Juan with us. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Typically on the first episodes, we want to get to know you. Since you're new, you're going to have a whole bunch of people listening to this. So, Juan, before we get into our subject, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you and Junior know each other, how you got to the microphone.
Well, I'm going to start out by how me and Junior met. We met in high school. Competed a couple of times in high school. He's 2 years older than me. So going into high school, I didn't really know him as much, but then I went to college. I competed against him in college, really gained more of a relationship in college. Then after that, we started figuring out we have a lot of similarities. And we realized we're both into real estate and just, we're just on the same mental stage. We connect very well. It's not a lot of people like us, so we just felt that connection early and just started growing a bond from there. And what I do personally right now, I have my own trucking business I'm trying to build up. I do option trading. I'm just trying to get my hands in everything I can pretty much right now as I'm young, just trying to grow and grow.
Okay. So you said you and Junior competed against each other in high school and college. I know my younger brother very well. So, and since you said you guys are similar, who holds the overall record against each other in games? Who has a better record against the two?
In high school or college?
Combined.
It would be me. Yeah. That would be me.
Actually, high school, we dominated.
Okay.
Now that's false, because when I was there against Pick Central, we would either split. There was never, when I was there, I don't know how it was when you were junior, senior year. It probably was a shit show, but...
Who was guarding you? Jordan Mitchell?
I don't know who was guarding you.
Who was guarding you?
That's actually a good question.
You're 2018, I'm trying to think. So then maybe Chase Rankin?
Chase, Josh
Corbin, okay. Yeah, so those people. Cameron Carlisle, David Miller, okay. Fair.
Cameron Carlisle. That made me think of Cameron Colt.
No, he's a Central boy now. Yeah.
I mean, they all flip. Let me stop. That's a whole different topic for
Yeah.
another day. But we're here to talk about mindset. So, Juan, I'm going to start off with you, man, because you're the new guy. How do you define what a mindset is?
I define mindset as what is it going to take to break you? Because mindset is pretty much what shapes you.
Okay.
So when I look at mindsets, it's like, what is it going to take to break you? And with it shaping you, it's just like, it's who you are, So looking at mindset is everything to me. Personally, it has to do with everything with just being successful and just going about life in general.
Okay. Junior, you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, just to piggyback what Juan said, For me, how I define mindset is beliefs people hold about themselves, the promises that they keep to themselves, the conversations that they have when no one's around in their head.
Mhm.
And then it also just includes behaviors and outlook and mental attitudes of that person's go about and how they carry themselves, honestly.
Okay. Juan, I just met you for the first time, but you said you're very similar to Junior, and one of the big things that important to him is overall success.
Mhm.
So, how does mindset play a role in success and overall well-being?
I honestly believe it plays a huge role because if you think about it, mindset goes in every avenue. You sports, business, work, anything you put your mind to, anything you do in life, your mindset is important because look at it. Me and Junior played basketball in high school. I remember back in high school I got hurt. My confidence was at an all-time high my freshman year. I got hurt my sophomore year. It's not that I wasn't working hard because I was working harder than anybody.
Mhm.
Like I always made sure nobody was working harder than me. But I came back with not the same mindset as I did my freshman year,
Mm.
and that affected me. And I'm just like the whole time I'm thinking like, man, like why am I not getting better? Why am I not performing the way I want to perform? And it's because me getting hurt changed my whole mindset, and I feel like it relates to everything in life. Because say in general, work, you're dreading work for some reason or whatever, so you're gonna perform terribly because you have this mindset of okay, like I'm here again. Like you just have this terrible mindset. But if you're going with this positive mindset every day, it's gonna get better and better. You just gotta have that correct mindset all the time because if you don't, you just perform terribly. As I mean, I didn't perform terribly. Is not what I'm saying, but you're just not gonna get the results you want.
Junior, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I do. So mindset plays a significant role in determining life's outcomes. By understanding and adapting and shifting your mindset, you can improve your health and decrease your stress by just doing those two things. Honestly, like for example, I tore my ACL my sophomore year in college, and instead of me pouting and sitting around saying, "Dang, I'm ruined. Dang, I'm done," because you both know that first game I had a triple double, and the second game I was on the verge of having another triple double, and then that's when I tore my ACL, and me, you, we all thought like, damn, what's happens next? And you just told me a minor setback for a major comeback. So that always was my mindset coming into it, saying like, all right, what's my next 5 moves? First move is obviously get the surgery. Second move, rehab. Third move, get back to get my body adjusted to where it needs to be. Fourth move, go out there and compete, and then fifth move, win a championship, which we did that year. Actually, when I came back, that's what it is. It just comes down to attitude and what you put in your mind.
Okay. So you were talking about like we were just talking about success and how it helps. And with mindset, is there one clear mindset that works? Like, is there different ones? Like, who decides what's a good mindset?
You can go first, and then
I
I
feel
know
like
exactly what I'm going to say.
you go first.
Okay, all right. Well, mine's gonna be straight to the point, so I
All
think
right.
I should end.
Go straight to
All
the
right.
point. Get straight
Well,
to
for
the point.
me, you asked a question like, who decides what's a good mindset? It's your results. Period. At the end of the day, it's your results. Winning is everything. It comes down to your results, flat out, point blank. Period.
I believe it depends on your results as well. Junior has a great point, but I also believe it depends on how you like. First off, you got to look at it as what do you define success? Because everybody has different levels of success.
Mhm.
So first, you got to look at that. At the person, me personally, I have no limits. So as Junior was saying, results. I just go at it every day consistently, keep my same routine, and I try not to break that routine because I know that routine is going to someday, I don't know when, but bring that, upbringing of just relief someday. I mean, you're going to continue to hit, bumps in the road, but, it's going to get better. But results, and I also just feel like it depends on what success is to that person. But me personally, I don't have limits. So when it comes to me trying to strive for success. It's just me going at it every day with the same positive mindset, hoping that it's going to get better day in and day out.
So, like, I mean, at the end of the day, if everything ties in, just comes down to your results.
Yeah.
Just results. It's just people don't like the hard truth about it, but it's your results. Like, it's going to show if you have a good mindset or not. It's going to show if you're disciplined. It's going to show if you have a good attitude. It's going to show if you're consistent. It's going to show if you work hard.
Yeah.
That's it.
So going to the next question about mindset, do you have to have the same mindset in everything that you do in life, or can it be different in different situations?
No, you gotta have the same mindset throughout everything. Me personally, because my mindset is to go out there and win at all cost. Period. Winning is everything to me. And Big, you know me, and you always talk about that every single day. Because obviously we're big fans of Tim Grover, which I highly recommend you guys read the book Relentless and Winning by Tim Grover's phenomenal book. But that's just my mindset. It's just like you gotta have that same mindset for everything you do in life. Either that's business, that's your personal life, that's your work life, your relationships with others, whatever the case is. You have to be a winner. That's your mindset, point blank. Period. If you want to go to the top and have a dominant mindset, you gotta go out there and just do what you gotta do, whatever it takes to have that mindset.
So do you have the same mindset that you do in business in regards to relationships?
Yes, actually I do. So when it comes to business wise, yes. Relationship with friends. So like with close friends I have is by my side, absolutely. I do whatever it takes to make sure our friendship relationship is where I want it to be. And then work, as you know, obviously, because I'm always dominating in there.
So then what about relationships with not friends, with trying to find a potential suitor?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. No, I like that. Thank you for throwing me out there like that. But to be honest, right now I'm not looking for anything special.
Mhm.
I really want to just focus on work, business, working out, and all my companies that I run. And then if that person comes, that person comes. Juan knows who I'm talking about. But if that person comes, he comes. If not, it is what it is. But no, right now I just want to keep taking care of myself, and that's what winners do. Like they realize if they're not ready for a committed relationship, let them keep working on themselves, so that when that time comes, they're ready to give that person their all.
One, do you feel the same way? Do you have the same mindset for everything? Does it differ with relationships? And
I'll totally agree with Junior. Honestly, just through my journey throughout life, I know I'm still young, but I've been in a few relationships in high school, and I just realized like relationships and just like basketball as well, and then business side of this, as I get my experience in the business field, everything connects,
Mhm.
and it's all the same. And if you don't have the same mindset with everything, it's going to affect everything in a negative way. So if you're not always positive, you're not always persistent with your work, you're not always disciplined, it's gonna show. Because if you slack in one thing, you're gonna slack in another thing, and it's just gonna
Mhm.
all crumble, and you're just gonna find yourself in this hole that
Compound
you're trying
effect.
to, yeah, compound effect. You're just gonna
Yep.
find yourself in this hole you're trying to dig yourself out of, and it's like you're gonna be confused at first, like what is going on, but that's an effect of not being, you know, the same in every aspect.
Just to piggyback on with the compound effect, though, I highly recommend you read that book. That book really was the one that changed my mindset to get to where I'm at now in life with like just everything. Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I highly recommend. It's all about one thing I always told Juan about. That's the book I referred Juan to. His very first book that he asked me about.
Great book, by the way.
Yeah, it all comes down to if you really boil it down to anything, it just comes down to choices. If you really want to be successful and have that right mindset. If you keep doing all these bad choices, that's going to compound
Mm-hmm.
later on to have a negative effect. But if you keep doing the right choices at the right time, that's going to emphasis on compounding and something good later down the road. So just highly recommend reading that Compound Effect book. It's really good.
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot from that book.
you both already answered this question, but it
Yeah.
was like, what do you think is needed from mindset wise to have success? If you got in an elevator with someone, an elevator speech, and they said, "What are the 5 things I need from my mindset to be successful?" What would they be?
5 things.
You're in an elevator, so you got like 30 seconds.
Honestly, I will have one thing,
Okay.
and it's just positive mindset. Positive mindset would change the whole game. If you have this negative mindset all the time, you're going to bring that to you. You know, if you're stuck in an elevator and you bring in this negative energy, you're just going to make the situation worse. So why not bring that positive energy, build yourself up? This is why I watch motivational videos all the time. This is why I read all the time, because it's building me every single day. When I'm having them hard days, stressing, I read, I watch these videos to encourage me to keep on going because I need that mentally. Because having that positive mindset is what separates a lot of successful people from people who are not successful. A lot of people quit just because all that negativity brings them all the way down. They just can't take it anymore.
Junior, do you have anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I can try to give you 5, but for me, it's gotta be discipline. You gotta be consistent. Your attitude means everything. You gotta work hard, and you gotta work smart. And I think those are the main things for me that determines if you really have a good, strong mindset.
So one of the things that we did that I sent out 2 different things, 2 different tests about the growth versus fixed mindset, because that seems to be the 2 different types of mindset. One test just told you what you were, the other one gave the percentages. So on the first one that just gave you what you were, what did you guys get?
So that one, they said that I was a rock solid growth mindset.
Okay.
Which is pretty standard to me, I think. Wouldn't you agree with that? I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you by any chance take the...
Yeah, I took both of them. So on my first one where it just said growth mindset with some fixed ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
Okay, and then like for the next one, I also had a growth mindset with some fixed ideas. And then my percentage breakdown was 71 growth and 29 fixed.
Mine was 79 growth and 21
Okay.
fixed. So
Man, I was like the low percentage. Mine was 67
Jesus.
growth.
you gotta get it
67
together.
growth and 33 fixed. For the people who don't know what those mean, what is the difference between growth and fixed mindset?
I mean, to be honest, growth mindset is you're open. It's just that's what it is. You're just open. You think that if you work really hard at a skill, you'll be able to adapt and actually learn that skill and use that skill. And then fixed mindset is like, let's see how I can break this down in layman's terms. So fixed mindset is pretty much thinking like, oh, you're born smart and that's it.
Mhm.
Like you can't learn how to be smart, or you can't learn how to work hard, or you can't learn how to do something. Either you're born with it or not.
Mhm.
That's it. Like either you're talented or not. But you can easily be skilled. You can work hard and get in the gym and become skilled.
Mhm.
But to me, that's what fixed and growth mindset is. That's what they differentiate.
He took the words right out of my mouth, honestly. So,
But then, Biggie, my question for you is, because I know you're the one running the podcast, but I'm actually curious to pick your brain as well. Because I'm just like I'm a big learner. So what are your thoughts about mindset? Like, what do you think determines a good mindset in your words, Mr. CEO of the podcast?
Technically, I'm not even the CEO, but
True. Shout out to my boy Byron, though.
yeah, I just moderate.
I don't even know you, Byron. Shout out.
No, I think you guys have hit the nail on the head on what a good mindset is. I think the biggest thing is that people need to realize is that this type of stuff, like when Juan was talking about motivational videos, is not just for people who want to be CEOs and have a lot of money. This applies to normal people, and I
Yeah.
think that really gets lost in the shuffle. And it could be something really simple, like one of the biggest speeches ever was the Army general talking about just making your bed every day.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
that already gets you in a mindset of like getting you on a pattern, like
Yeah.
getting you rigid, like making your bed, brushing you, like getting out there. And like you said one too about like work and stuff. It's like you already know there's X, you're gonna live X amount of years. Not every day is going to be great.
Yeah.
There you are going to have a bad day at work. You're gonna have a bad day on a date. You're gonna have a bad day somewhere. But you just have to know eventually they're gonna happen, and what do you do after that bad day? That's how I really think like your mindset. Like if you pout about it, then that's gonna affect you going forward. If you're not pouting and you're just like, it is what it is, it happens, then I feel like that mindset's gonna help you propel in other things, because you're not going to get every job you apply for. People are not going to email you back. They're going to turn you down. You're not going to get everyone you're trying to date. You just got to be able to move on get back on the grind, and don't let it affect your overall goal in life. So that's how I see like mindset and all that. I think people need to realize normal people have mindsets too, not just
Correct.
Patrick Bet David.
And just to piggyback off of that, what I was talking about in the beginning, what would it take to break you? And I feel like a lot of people don't think about that because like I was asked that question in college. I'm just like, nothing's gonna break me. I don't think nothing can break me, honestly. So, me telling myself that, I started going through such situations like, oh, like, man, like this almost broke me. I had to catch myself real fast. I'm like, oh, like, that almost got me. So I feel like once people hit that position where they're getting tested heavenly, it's, I mean, you just gotta, that's where the mindset comes in. Like, okay, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna better ourselves? You gotta look at the problem to find a solution. People try to blame game and try to, make up excuses all the time. But you gotta look at yourself, reevaluate yourself, see what you're doing wrong, see what you're not doing, and adjust and keep on going from there. Because you're going to always hit bumps in the road, no matter what you do in life. It doesn't matter what you do in life, you're always going to hit bumps in the road. It's just how you handle the situation.
And then I have another question for you, actually, Biggie. So, do you think mindset and winning go hand in hand? If so, why do you think that?
I think mindset and winning goes hand in hand.
Because obviously, we like me and you hold our. That's what we like. That's our DNA, and like, that's like our MO. We always talk about every single day, literally every single day. Winning is everything.
Yeah, I do think they go hand in hand. And just to focus on like for the normal people listening out here, again, it's not about just getting $1 million. If you're
Correct.
working a normal office job, like and coming in, you got 5 projects you need to get done by the end of the week. You get them done by the end of the week, you won.
Yeah,
Like that's
period.
how people don't see it like that, and that's a
Correct.
problem. Like those type of things, like if you're a realtor, you need to show 5 houses in 3 days, and you show 6 because you were on the grind, and you're like, I'm gonna get this done.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset. You're a winner.
Yeah.
So people need to realize that, like you need to be able to win in your field in what
Yes.
you want to do. Don't compare your winning to a Bill Gates because you're not winning on that level.
Yeah.
Compare your winning to people in your circle and your peers. If you see someone else's winning more than you in your friend group, you congratulate them. And then you say, all right, I'm going to try and win just as much as you, if not more, in my field. So
just to actually piggyback on the whole friend group, you see someone else winning. Wouldn't that, honestly, for me personally, that would piss me off saying like, all right, cool, you're on that level, now I want to compete with you. Because iron sharpens iron, in my opinion. So I see so for example, so like you and Juan are getting after it, okay?
Mhm.
And I'm over here just being average. I see you guys, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, they're my friends. Why can't I do what they're doing? Why can't I get to that next level? So then that turns a switch into my mind saying like, all right, let's compete then. So I've been the competitiveness out of me. So then now all of us are playing the same game. We're all trying to win. So I definitely see where you're coming from with that angle.
I would say with the wording though, because when people hear the word piss, they think upset. I know that's not what you mean,
Correct.
but I'm
Correct.
saying
Yes.
if people listening to this, if they don't,
Average Joes.
that they don't know you or like how you speak, when they hear piss, they think upset. That's the thing I definitely want to stay away. You do not want to be jealous of your friends winning because then that just messes you up.
It does.
So Juan, if you want to hop in.
Piggyback off of what Junior was saying, it's like me and you competing.
Mhm.
In Junior, I feel like in that situation, that would just motivate you to join in. You know?
Absolutely.
Me and Junior right now, prime example.
Yeah.
He got the whole real estate game going, and I'm trying to catch up right now. Like he's motivated me to get after it, and we're competing right now. Like he's up right now, right now. All right, but
emphasis on right now.
my goal is to surpass him, and I want him to surpass me, and then I surpass him. And like I wanted to keep going back and forth, and that's how I feel like people, and it's also about who you surround yourself with. Like these type of relationships you need in your life because the people in your life can be your greatest downfall.
If you've seen the stats, you're an accumulation of the 5 people you hang out the most with.
Easily.
That's
Easily.
a general thing that's always thrown out in the motivational speaking world. So,
which is 100% correct, you know. But I did not mean to cut you off. Anything?
Definitely. Your friends play a big part in your success or whatever you're striving for, and like, but sometimes you can still have those friends. You can still have those friends. People feel like they don't. They gotta cut off. They feel like they gotta cut off their friends to become successful. No, you don't. You just gotta find the correct group of people, learn from them, educate, gain knowledge. You know, your friend. If your friends are your friends, they will understand why you took some time off. Why you man, okay. They will understand at the end of the day why you took time off with your friends.
If they're your friends, absolutely.
Yeah. And if they're like going their own ways and y'all don't talk as much anymore and they just like call you fake or whatever, then they don't understand.
They're not your real friends.
They're not.
Point blank.
They don't want to understand.
No, I agree on that thing, because you could be working on something and your friends are, God, this is about to date myself, but like going out to like Sugar Bar or something, you're like, nah, I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say Sugar Bar?
Sugar Bar. That used to be.
Hey, shout out to Justin Aki for that one. Sugar Bar it is.
That place is gone now.
Long Street, right? East Long?
I think I'm
Capital
too young.
used to take a bus. Capital used to take. They used to have a bus that shuttled people at Capital.
The Sugar Bar.
On Friday.
That little 4x4 area.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Where's Justin Akindoe when you need him for this one?
Capital had a bus that used to shuttle you to Cantina when that was like back on
Park Street. Shout out to Park Street.
Yeah, and then you had D3 schools, Cantina Wednesday, Saloon Thursday, Gasworks, but neither here nor there. But like stuff like that, like your friends are going out, and you're like, "Hey man, I can't. I'm working on a project," and then you're in the zone. You're working on the project not just one Friday, another Friday. Next thing you know, it's been 2 months since you've gone out with them on a Friday. So they're just like,
dang, he switched up. Martin's different. Oh, he's not what we thought he used to be. I want the old Martin back. I already know how that shit goes, man, because I've been in that situation several times, especially in college when like that's how ever since I tore my ACL, and I even tweeted like, hey, like I'm done going out. All I'm being is in the gym, in the library, the weight room, on the court. And, obviously when I did that, I sacrificed a lot to do that. And then my accolades show, like my results showed, first team All-American, which Juan will never get.
that was so rude.
Player of the year.
Can't get it now. That's cool.
Player of the year. All these other accolades that I got just because I sacrificed and made choices and decisions. And that just came from my mindset because I was tired of, being slept on. And me and Martin always talk about that every single year before the season. The River States Conference would sleep on me. And I was like, enough's enough. I'm getting tired of getting picked on. And then
I thought you were overrated a little bit, but it's okay.
Hey, results show. Numbers don't lie. But no, I mean, I 100% agree where you come from, but it comes from sacrifice. And some of your friends will not understand that, though, because they're average. And I hate average people, if I'm going to be honest with you. So,
Juan, do you like average people? Well, it depends on what you define as average.
I would just feel like it all depends on the mindset. I mean, people, grow up in different households, so they're taught different things. So you can't really expect somebody to understand you on the level you're on because they're not, used to that. It's like stocks. I just got into stocks 2 years ago. I wish I would have known more about it, but
it is what it is.
It is what it is because I didn't have that knowledge. I didn't grow up learning about stocks. My mom didn't tell me. My dad didn't tell me this is important. You need to, it's a few things that you gotta just go out there and search for and learn on yourself.
Anything else, before we close up shop on this?
No, I'm all good on my end.
Juan?
I think I'm good.
All right. Well, Juan, since this is your first one on, typically at the end I give the guests time to shout out stuff. They want to shout themselves out, social media handle, business sites, so that the people listening to it.
Moment for me. Hold on. I don't even think I know my names on Instagram or any TikTok, social media, all that good stuff. You know what?
Oh man!
If y'all like me, just follow me on Instagram.
There you go.
J Woods, JWOODS, 2_8. And then everything else, actually, I don't really use anything else other than Instagram and TikTok. I don't want nobody to follow me on TikTok. But Instagram is the move, y'all. Shout out my mom, Natasha Allison, my little sister, Naya. She about to go to college, Cincinnati, Bearcats.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You got anyone you want to shout out? Juan, you got more?
Go for it.
This is your time, man. You might never be back on here, so you gotta let it all out.
I think he's trying to throw shots. Like, I think he's trying to throw shots right now.
You never know.
I think he's trying to say now. No, I think that's it. Junior, you got any significant others you want to shout out today?
Yeah. I do. Shout out to my business partner Jake Selker. He's always holding it down when I'm away doing other stuff for our business or other companies that we run. Shout out to the Arrey family. You know, always have my back since only Martin and Steven, but we won't get into details with that. But just shout out to everybody that's been there with me since day one. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to the people that have the work ethic like me. Shout out to people that are disciplined. Shout out to the people that have the right mindset that want to win in life. That's it on my end, honestly.
I didn't know he was doing all that.
You want more?
I like it, Junior. Shout out my boy Adrian.
There you go.
You know, Marquise Edwards.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
I don't really have a lot of friends because, you know,
not fair. By the way, someone asked Juan who beat him in college basketball, and they'll know because I tore that ass apart.
He didn't do anything, honestly.
Martin, can you please pull up the stats?
If we pull up the stats, I honestly believe that we should just cut it.
Now,
I mean, I had a good game. I always had a good game against them.
So here's what
decent.
What we'll do. Here's what we'll do. So when this episode goes out on Spotify, we'll put a poll up. Who do you think tore that ass up more in the games, Juan or Junior? And
That's
then
all I need to hear.
We'll see who votes on that. I'll put when the episode goes out, I'll put the links to the tests that we took.
Yeah.
And I'll also put the links to all the games that they played each other in college.
That works.
If you got the high school ones, I don't know, because high school links, they be expiring after like 2 years.
Whoa, calm down. So I have a lot of good highlights in college.
Okay.
Do you have a tape?
I actually do.
I mean, we can post a link to it on the description.
I would definitely look better than Junior in the tapes because my highlights are pretty, impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just, backs people down. So fundamentals. Nobody wants to see the fundamentals. Everybody wants to see somebody get crossed. You
got some crossover there.
Look, actually, Junior, has he ever dunked on somebody in the game?
No. Well,
that you have a good point. I have not. No. But listen though, fundamentals win championships. Period. And that's all I care about. If you look at OCU question mark. West Virginia Tech, we have championships.
There's no I in team.
There's an I in win.
Well,
yeah.
I think that's a perfect one to end it on. With that being said, thank you for listening to L7C Podcast. Make sure you like, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Junior, for coming back and bringing Juan. This was a really good episode for everyone in every forms of life, normal, rich, not rich, trying to get up there. So take your time to listen to this. And like I said earlier, all those links will be in the description. But with that being said, this is the L7C Podcast. Y'all take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C Podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.